Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Sales Success Series. Today we have a fantastic privilege. I have with me today Bill Heckaman. Say hello, Bill.
Hey, hi, Boo Nation.
How you doing? Bill works, he's an account executive. He works out of Northern Indiana. He reports directly to Mitch Malusic, who's in the Knowlton-Vukas region. Today, I just kind of brought Bill on. Bill's been with us just for the coming 2 years this December. He's achieved a tremendous amount of success, first-year President's Club winner. And I just wanted him to share let's start with just sharing, Bill, your process of an approach to each day.
Sure, yeah. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate this opportunity. So, I'd never sold before I came on board with Haibu. And coming out of training, I was one that followed the process step by step. And the one thing I learned right away is you've got to prepare your day the night before. And so I'm really big from day one on, pulling those PCS prospects in my area, knowing where I'm going, not just kind of jumping in my car and driving somewhere and knocking on doors. But I kind of want to know where I'm going, pick out those businesses, try to do some hole pokes and get ready for the day. Now what it's morphed into is, now I've got a book of business. I've got customers that I'm taking care of. I'm doing the last piece of print to digital up in my Michigan market as well. Now I'm taking a few of my, CFL customer for life. So, I'm saying like, I need to get over there and see them, or they just launched. So I need to come in and show them their dashboard, but then I'll pick that area, 2 to 3 customers, current customers. And then, I loved your video a few weeks ago or a month ago about 13. I found that, 13 visits a day, every day can really produce some nice results. So, I've been doing that and typically getting out pretty early in the morning, trying to get my prospecting video or my prospects visits done before lunchtime. So that's just following that process and doing that has been huge for me.
So you had mentioned before when we were discussing, so then at lunchtime you kind of, we always talk, you can't just keep going door to door, getting your head into, you have to get fresh. And tell me what you do at your refresh time.
Yeah, so typically what I'm trying to do is at least get most of my prospecting done before lunchtime. And then sitting down, having some lunch, if it's in my car where I'm at right now, or, maybe a Starbucks or wherever it might be. After that, I'll look through the prospects that I've done. And my hope is, I've got a few, hot leads or ones where a gatekeeper's like, hey, yeah, Bob would be interested in that. He's not in right now, but send him an email. So what I've been doing is I've been sending my vineyards there then, because what I realize is if I wait till I get home, I've got 3 young kids. It's not going to happen when I get home. When I'm home, I'm home. It's time. It's family time. So I've been telling myself anywhere around lunchtime or after, I need to find a place, if it's in my car or wherever, send out those vineyards. And then what I've been doing is actually activating Emily Andrews right away, because it takes her a few days. It takes the system a few days to get going. Right. So I know, all right, my video's out. Emily's going to be following up with them. And now I can just kind of put that to rest and see where those go. I'm big on tracking and writing pretty detailed notes in Salesforce. So every time I do a visit in the morning, I'm putting notes in there. I'm making sure the account is updated. So I'm ready to do those videos. My contact is in there. The email is accurate, and I can rock those out.
That's
and then,
great.
And then in the afternoon, I'm pretty much, hitting those customer for lives, the print to digital, executing any point of sales, maybe presentations, appointments that I've had, and finishing my day.
Great. So you had mentioned, we were chatting a little bit earlier today, just some of your success. It sounds like you're definitely a person that, you had mentioned, I think in the beginning of this, when you started, not having a sales background, you just followed the process, followed the system, and sounds like you're doing that today with your 2020 prospecting, like utilizing all the tools. If you can just touch on 1 or 2 success stories you've had utilizing our video tool and Emily.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been a game changer. I love how Haibu, brings in different ideas, concepts. This one, when I when I sat down and really realized the potential of it, I was pretty excited to do it. And I actually put it on my calendar at noon every day. It's an open meeting that says send 5 to 7 Vidyards and Emily Andrews a day. And one success I had recently was a $2,500 sale. It started out as a prospect. I had stopped in, left my card, had a discussion with this business owner. He seemed semi-interested, but he's like, you know what, give me a little time. He liked the webinar idea. And so I had sent out, I called him once and sent out an email, but no response. And then Vidyard was announced. I sent him a video. 3 days later, he viewed it the first day. 3 days later, he responded back, okay, I'm ready for the webinar. We did the webinar, realized he was doing SEO, and he was paying a lot of money. But through the webinar, he actually liked pay-per-click. He liked Facebook. He liked online display. Long story short, it executed into a really nice sale. And it was all because of the video. And I asked him, I finally got you because the video. He's like, yeah. He goes, I don't see much of that. It perked my interest. And it reminded me that I did want to get, some more information from you guys. So that was awesome. And then I had another one up in Michigan where I stopped in and spoke to who I thought was the gatekeeper. I wasn't sure who the owner was. It was a boat place. They have it's on a channel before you get into Lake Michigan, but they also have like kind of a resort feel. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about the business, and they needed a website. I sent out a Vidyard and I referenced the gatekeeper. And then 3 weeks later, the video was viewed 2 days into it, but then 3 weeks later, I got a call from the owner. He said, I'm sorry that I didn't get back to you sooner. He goes, I absolutely loved your video. My mom, that was my mom you spoke to. She passed away from cancer. Awful situation. But for him to reach out and say, this is why I hadn't reached out, but, we were going through this. But what he said is he said, I sent your video to 5 business owners in the area because I thought it was so unique and such a cool way to connect with business owners. Set an appointment. We're now working on, capabilities and what would work best for his business. But it just blew my mind. Like for him to stay present because of the way that I used that video, even during a really tough time in his life was pretty revealing. So it was awesome.
That's great stuff, Bill. That's tremendous. Well, sounds like you're a firm believer in the system. Just as we kind of wrap this up, just if you could touch on your CFL, your customers for life, like just some of the steps like you do. I think you talked about setting expectations, taking them through the process. If you could just spend a minute or two on that, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what I've been doing and what I've learned really quickly early on was, when I execute a sale, letting that business owner know what's coming. They're typically going to get 2 to 3 emails, connection emails, welcome to Haibu, set your account, domain information, depending on what product they get, really making sure that we are preparing them for the point of sale as well. What they need. We like to do the point of sale right away, but we know it doesn't happen like that. So if it's not happening right away, you can still, even if it happens right away, you can still prepare that customer knowing that if you're going to close them, ahead of time. But anyways, just letting them know what's coming, being present at the point of sale, walking them through. And then when it's over, saying, hey, when the products come back on the preview, you're either going to see me or I'm going to call you or email you. I'll give you my feedback on the previews. You let me know how you feel. Once we're launched, let's give it a month to marinate. Let's see how it goes. Set that expectation with them. And every product's different, so we have to see. And then letting them know that in about a month, you'll be back in contact with them. And it's a perfect time to check in, show them their dashboard, ask for referrals, make sure that they're happy with their products.
That's great. Great stuff. I like that you're just following up with them. You're keeping the system going, and you're the quarterback, right? It sounds like on these accounts. Well, I appreciate everything you had to say. Is there anything else in closing that I may have forgot to talk about, or?
Not really. I mean, I just want to encourage reps, to use what we have in place. We have a great system in Salesforce and with Vidyard and Emily Andrews. I mean, these are game changers. Make notes, be persistent, and this is a way too. And I think the one thing that we talked about before recording was, I like Emily Andrews because she gets you an answer. And even if it's a no or a maybe, you still know, all right, that account's dead, or they need, 2 months. Put that note in Salesforce and then move on. A lot of times we spin our wheels on stopping in or checking in or calling. Now we've got someone to do it for us. Initiate her, let her do the heavy lifting, and then you'll see, what happens. So I just want to encourage reps to keep working out there, and numbers, it's a numbers game. And I loved your 13. When you're getting out and you can do the 10 to 13 a day, those will turn into appointments, presentations, webinars, and sales.
Well, thank you very much. Some great tips there, Bill. I appreciate it. You have a great day, buddy. Thanks for helping us all out here.
Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it. Take care, Hibu Nation.